Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we're doing this again. Except
You
I,
got good yet?
well, we'll get to that.
No, you haven't, have you? Carry on,
Uh,
as you were my closest friend.
I've actually got to load a game because I went back and did some fun stuff in the game I've completed. But I've also made some good progress in the other one. Because you
Oh,
remember,
you've been playing it without us, haven't you?
yes, I was going to record this, but there are an awful lot of side quests and shit and catching up to do. And also just getting weapon upgrades and stuff, which I've gone and done. So we
Oh,
are
okay.
as far, I think we're basically as upgraded as we can be. So why don't we? No, why
I can't
don't
hear the
we?
game.
Oh yeah, I turned the sound off
Oh, okay.
because I
That
was
explains why. Yeah, as long as it's not an issue my end.
no, I was I
God, you're
was
having all the sound issues today, aren't you?
yeah. I listen to music when I'm playing.
Yeah, I've been listening to an audiobook whilst I've been playing something. I can't remember what it
Mm.
is now. I wrote it down because I've been working through my games, haven't
Well, we're off to Mother Russia.
I? While I was playing Crime Scene Cleaner.
Uh, that sounds very much like a Viscera cleanup detail.
It is, but it's a
Power
lot
wash
less
some stuff in.
tedious. And you do have a power washer, but it's not really something I ended up using. You just get a mop and upgrades. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Only 10 levels, but. And I think the longest one only took me about an hour and 10.
Mm. So here we are in jolly old Russia. Isn't it nice and colourful?
I didn't see which part of Russia we're in. Is it by any chance connected to Tunguska?
Tunguska, yeah. It's
Tunguska event that happens.
yeah, it is.
Oh, how do you know?
Which may well play a part in the story, and there are men with guns everywhere because it's Russia.
Yes. Do you want a topic?
Yes, please.
This audiobook that I'm listening to is actually a lot of audiobooks
Oh.
because I'm listening to a H.P. Lovecraft collection.
Oh. Which ones do you listen to?
I'll have to find out because I can't remember.
Hmm.
There's one that I was listening to, which apparently is really highly regarded,
Yeah.
but because I was multitasking, I didn't really take any of it in.
What was it? Remember?
I'll get to it.
Uh,
So I've listened to The Alchemist, At
yeah.
the Mountains of
I
Madness,
believe I've read that. Yeah.
Azathoth
Uh huh.
or Azathoth. It's Thoth. So
Yeah.
The Beast in the Cave, Beyond the Wall of Sleep, The Book, The Call of Cthulhu, The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, The Cats of Ulfar, Cellarface, The Colour Out of Space,
Mm.
Cool Air, Dagon, The Descendants. I've heard the discarded draft of The Shadow over Innsmouth,
Yeah.
The Doom That Came to Sarnath, The Dream Quest of Unknown Cadith, The Dreams of the Witch in the Witch House, The Dunwich Horror,
Yeah, that's a good
The
one.
Evil Clergyman, Ex Oblivion, and Facts Concerning the Late Arthur Jermyn and His Family.
Oh, wait.
Quite a few.
There's a
The one
lot.
that I don't really know what happened is apparently the longest of these individual pieces, and it was the Dream Quest of Unknown Cadith.
All right. I've not read that one.
I might as well have not have because honestly, not a fucking clue.
Well,
I heard the whole thing in one sitting because I was working from home. I listened to it, and I didn't take any of it in. There was something about a load of cats, and there was a tunnel, I think. And I looked it up, and apparently it's widely regarded as one of his greats. So
hmm.
it's like, yeah, it might well be.
I mean, the thing about Lovecraft is he doesn't like dialogue too much as a writer. He's very descriptive. I mean, I remember reading The Mountains of Madness, and it's basically entirely descriptive. You know, there's
Yeah,
very little dialogue in that, if any. I remember
I am.
I
Go on.
read one where it was sort of in the early days where he was more like Poe, I guess. And it was about a guy who was traveling and got caught in a thunderstorm and went into a house and got talking to a weird, creepy guy. And it was gradually revealed that the guy was a murderer and a cannibal. And then the house gets struck by lightning, and blows up.
Oh, okay.
And that, yes, I do like Lovecraft. Any
Well, spoiler
favourites?
alert if I've not heard that one yet.
Oh, sorry. Any
I
favourites?
honestly I don't know. None of them have really stood out to me as being great.
Mm.
But again, I've been multitasking for a lot of them, and it's more for background purposes anyway, right? I picked this because it's a long. I mean, this whole thing is 51 hours, nearly 52 hours of content,
Mm.
right? It's being read by people that are massive fans. It's the HP Lovecraft Society
Ah.
that have compiled all this and they've
Mm.
recorded it and all that. But one of the things that they do is that they use sharps in the music
Oh,
in between stuff.
not know how I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I like it.
Well, the thing is that one that the Dream Quest of Cadif or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
It had a. It was a 4.5 hour recording, effectively,
Mm.
and in that there were times where it should be another chapter,
Mm.
and they've got subchapters in this, and they weren't. They just used that to indicate it, and it was sort of pissed me off a little bit.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
mean, I've got loads. I'm not even halfway through,
mm.
so I'm sure something else will jump out at me.
Well, I
But I
just,
picked this 'cause I didn't want to pick. I didn't want to listen to something short. I wanted a long thing so I could
mm.
play.
Well, Shadow over Innsmouth is good, and I like the Dunwich horror. Which actually,
Okay.
I don't want to sort of be a twatty artist about it, but I sort of stole a bit from the Dunwich horror when I was writing my one of my books. I had a character who sort of lived out. He was sort of like the old man in that Wilbur Wiley or whatever his name is.
I'm just looking through what's coming up, and there's one called The Mysterious Ship.
Yeah.
I've got the long version and the short version.
Hmm.
How long do you think the long version is?
11 hours.
Less than 10 minutes,
All right.
because there are 10 chapters, each of them less than 10 minutes, less than a minute long themselves,
Mm.
and then a 16-second intro to it all. So it's less than 10 minutes long.
Mm.
How long do you think? I've also got the short version. How long do you think the short version is?
11 minutes.
Well, I've got 9 chapters, almost all of them less than 30 seconds, including a 22-second intro. So I'd say that it's only about half the length. But like, what a ridiculous way of what even? The next one, the one after that, is called The Mystery of the Graveyard, and again, it's a bunch of 12 chapters plus an intro,
Mm.
and almost all of them are less than a minute long again.
Mm.
We got one that's a minute 9, everything else is under a minute.
Do you know, I did really like reading. I think one of the ones I really liked was The Rats in the Wall. That was really good.
Okay.
Um, I think, I mean, I'm not reading at the minute at work. I used to read during my lunch break, but I've gotten big into colouring in. So I sit there and I draw shapes and I colour them in, and I just find it relaxing. So I've been doing that. Um,
Okay.
but I might. There's a book I want to read, Walter Lord's Night to Remember, which is about the Titanic. But I have thought for a while. I think I might get into Poe.
Okay.
I feel like he might be right up my street.
Like that bloke on Grinder.
Well,
Oh no,
yeah,
he's on your street. He's not the
he's
same.
on my.
Yeah.
But he's, yeah, possibly. I can't get
The
into
dick
that.
pics are coming from inside the postcode.
That was my joke, you bastard. I was.
No, you said inside the house for mine,
Oh well,
and
yeah.
I can't
Well
say that
done,
for yours.
putting a spin on that.
And it's a different bloody video.
Mm,
No one's going to watch this and that one. We don't
no.
have fans,
All right.
even if it's 69 people that follow us.
Well, we both got one then.
What, a dick pic? No, I didn't get it.
No,
I've
it,
not had a dick pic
uh,
sent to me for ages.
do
I
you
could
want
get one though if I wanted
do
to.
do you want me to do it? I'll help you out. I don't
No,
know.
I'm good.
You might like it.
I won't.
Okay.
We'll both be uncomfortable with it.
Well, it might not be mine.
It doesn't matter. That's
Mm,
even worse.
mhm.
It would be better if it was yours because at least then you've not nicked some poor bloke's dick pic, right?
Well,
So yeah, I don't have a game on the go now that warrants listening to like other stuff. at the moment.
Where is she? You come in, love.
Not if you treat it like that, she won't.
Come on, you
So
silly
I've
goose.
reinstalled Euro Truck Sim, so that in
All
some
right.
downtime I can play that for a bit and listen to some stuff. Because I don't want to be playing games for the sake of crossing off my list completely. I don't want to just be doing that, right? If I
Yeah.
just do that, I'll get bored of it. And I've made good progress this month
Yeah.
already. Like I say, I was thinking I wanted to try and get one a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you take into account, if you ignore unpacking, which I'd already played, I've
Yeah.
done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this month already.
Yeah. That's good.
So, you know,
You'll never do it. I mean, it'll be good to play a lot more of the games you just haven't gotten around to. But I'm sure you're aware it's a Sisyphean task. You'll never do it. It's like cutting the heads off a hydra.
I I am well aware I will probably not complete this.
It's
Odds are stacked against me.
worth trying, I
I
suppose.
I have already moved one game that I had started playing to a not worth playing
Uh,
list
mm,
because I really could not. I couldn't abide it. It was that
mm,
shit.
mm,
And that is my get out.
mm,
That is my. If this is a game that if this game is not worth my time,
yeah.
that's what I'm going to do with it. And I know I'll have other games that will warrant that, but I want
Yeah.
that game to be. I want that list to be as small as possible.
Oh my god, he's got a rocket launcher.
I believe they call it a rocket launcher.
Get out of the way, you
Can you
dozy.
stop electrocuting her? Jesus, Ben.
Come on, it's just there. Just keep walking, running.
I've got one game I can't even play because it just won't work. It's
Mm,
really upsetting to me because I used to love that game
mm.
years and years and years ago.
What is it?
Called 13.
Mm. What's it about?
It's a conspiracy one.
All right.
Yeah, you uncover a conspiracy to.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, you uncover a conspiracy to kill the president, and you discover that you are one of the people part of the conspiracy, but maybe you aren't actually, and you uncover all that, and you are the 13th of 20 people within this conspiracy. Hence why
mm,
it's called 13. You're playing number 13,
uh,
and part of it is trying to uncover who the other 19 people are.
mm.
And the big reveal at the end is that the number one person behind the conspiracy is the president's brother.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! And it's one of the things it does is it's all comic book style art.
Mm,
So one of the things that you can do right in the early start, like the first proper thing that you do in the game,
mm,
is wash up on a shore and get rescued by some lifeguard people, and you're being hunted down by bad guys. So you have to defend yourself. There's a knife on there, so you pick it up, you throw it, and
mm.
when you hit with a person, it does that sort of thing that you get in a comic book sometimes, where it'll sort of hone in on the action, and you get the noise effects show
Yeah.
up, and
Yeah. What idols does he want eliminating? Do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, I know, the statues of the Soviet leaders. Right, come on, Ruski. I need a phone now.
Did you see the latest? How can I put this? Publicity stunt by Greta Thunberg.
Mm. Not wild about the word in there, but I see you struggle. Yeah, I did. She and a bunch of other people took a boat with aid supplies to Gaza,
Yeah,
and
uh, knowing they weren't going to get there.
yeah, it went about as well as you'd expect, to be honest. They got kidnapped.
Yeah, I mean, I feel iffy about a lot of this.
Mm.
I don't think the blockade should be in place.
Mm.
I think it's wrong. I don't necessarily think you can consider it kidnapping, quite really, maybe.
I guess they were warned, but I
They
mean,
were advised not to go. They were told they weren't gonna get there. They were told they'd be deported if they
mm,
tried.
yeah.
This is all, you know. It's
Well, it's
if you say you're going to slap me if
yeah.
I walk into the shop, I walk into the shop and then you slap me. Okay, fine. I can be a bit annoyed that you've hit me, but I did sort of know.
I mean, yeah. I think the point of it wasn't that okay, we're going to get through and make some progress. It was just to draw attention to the actions of Israel. In a sense, they're bringing aid and they've been stopped from bringing aid in, and that is bad. You know.
Well, I think what needs to happen is more people highlighting the fact that the people that are going to the Israel US led aid facilities are getting shot instead.
Mm.
Because that's the thing that keeps happening. There's like 60 odd people that they reckon have been killed whilst going to these aid centres to get aid.
Jesus fucking Christ, Israel's such a
And I'm basing that on the fact that I'd heard that there was about 50 odd and then another incident where there was about 11.
mm,
So I'm assuming that those are separate incidents, like separate totals.
mm,
But either way, we're getting on for at least 60 now.
mm.
It's just absurd. This whole fucking situation is terrible. And it just keeps happening. No one gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a fuck. It's going to be one of those things in 20, 30, 40 years that everybody was against and everybody acknowledges as an appalling crime against humanity and all this stuff. But you just
Where were you when Palestine got nuked by Israel
mm,
because of Iran?
yeah, you just remember. I mean, thank God this exists for posterity. You just remember that sometimes it feels we're kind of in the minority on this at the minute, and I think we probably are in terms of the people making the actual calls.
Oh, that's the thing. We don't get a say in any of this shit, do we?
No, I'd sort everything out nice and easy.
Yeah, and then you'd get sorted out by someone else thinking that you were shit at your job. He's recovered quite nicely from that.
Yeah, I know. He's just gonna stand there politely. I think.
He's eavesdropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't overjoyed about the fact that they'd done it in the first place. That boat trip.
Mm.
It wasn't a sensible thing to do.
Well, it was about raising awareness rather than. I mean, I don't like the term publicity stunt, but in a sense, it was in for the cause.
It was trying to publicise a thing that was happening.
Well, yeah, essentially, yeah.
I don't like it either. It's just the most apt thing I can think of to call it.
See, stunt perhaps implies sort of a meaningless. It's a bit
Well, I mean, the fact it's not going to change anything means it is kind of
yes.
pointless. What's happened since? Fuck all.
Well,
Yeah. In other news, Poundland ain't owned by the same people anymore, is it?
not
No, it got sold. How much do you think it got sold for?
pound.
It did.
Yeah, I think I did hear about this.
Would you have bought Poundland for £1?
It's probably one of those things where it comes with a lot of debts and there's a lot of
It absolutely
stuff to
does.
be paid, and they sell it for £1 because nobody's going to
Because
buy
it's,
it for
it's
any
a fixer
worthwhile.
upper.
Yeah, because there's so much stuff that comes with it.
What you then do is asset strip it.
Mm.
You know,
That's
it'll own something that is of value. Either
right.
pump a load of money into it
I'm
to
gonna
make it profitable again.
be in this elderly
But the
lady's
pound
body.
shop is sort of gone anyway, isn't it? It's not a.
Mm.
It's not a thing anymore.
I mean, you get cheap stuff online, I guess now.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is it, isn't it?
Uh, Timu and Yen.
Yeah, I ordered some stuff off Temu this week.
What did you order?
I don't often, but I got a. It's a bit early for it, but I got a 2026 diary.
Yeah,
I got a little shelf to put on top of my monitor,
yeah,
like it hooks onto the thing, and I got a bag. So I needed a big bag.
yeah.
I just happened to be on there, and I thought, yeah, fuck it. I can't even know why I fired the app up. I hadn't used it in months.
I don't know whether and I have a colleague who's very sort of paranoid about that sort of thing, and that they've got your credit card details now, and they'll rob you, and everything's full
Right.
of, you know, cancer.
Okay, but consider this for a moment.
Yeah,
I ordered a bit more stuff. Uh, Realised about an hour later, actually, you know what? I don't want any of this.
mm,
Cancelled it and got the money back, like,
mm,
the next day.
mm.
So, if they're going to fuck me over, I'd feel like they would have done it at a time like that rather than.
Hide the evidence. Yeah,
I use there's stuff I've bought off there that I use almost every day. So like, I picked some little whiteboard books up, which are
yeah,
basically notepads, but I mean they're not. It's an A5 whiteboard
yeah,
that looks a bit like a lever arch folder without the lever.
yeah,
And I use them. I've got one here, I've got one at work, and I use them for notes instead of using scrap paper.
yeah.
Literally every fucking day, I use them.
Mm.
You can get stuff that is of genuine value on there.
Yeah,
It's just about using these things responsibly.
I did. I mean, I bought a cheese grater, a hand crank cheese grater that wasn't great,
Okay.
and then I bought a, a memory stick which I don't dare use.
I mean, that's the thing. If you're not going to use it, then you have wasted your money, right?
Well, it wasn't much money to waste, is the thing, and that's what they rely on. If it's cheap, shitty quality.
No, but if you're doing nothing with it, it is pure waste.
Mm,
So,
mm.
I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't buy a USB stick off
No, that
them.
was probably a mistake.
I'd probably buy an SD card
I mean, I don't really
because the only
know.
thing I would put in, the only thing I'd put an SD card in would be the Steam Deck.
Mm,
And okay, fine. What are we gonna do? Get my Steam history? What do you fucking do? So many games, most of them not played properly, and a few porn ones. Fuck it.
mm.
Honeycomb Studio is art, man.
Oh God.
Shelter 69 is appalling.
Mm.
And it's not my fault I ended up with all the Sakura games. That was an accident.
Well, as long as you're happy.
The Sakura games aren't even games. I could play all of them tonight if I wanted to. Play them all one-handed if I wanted to.
God. Well,
Yeah, all you have to do is press the space bar.
maybe I'll check out Temu again and just see if there's anything I actually need. Maybe like not furniture, but like little things for the house.
Yeah, I don't buy anything that it's an issue if it ends up being shit.
Mm. Like
Because
decorative
that is
stuff,
the wrong
maybe.
way of.
Not
Yeah,
art, because the
yeah.
art's shit, but like, I don't know, little accoutrements. Do you ruddy bloody mind, matey?
I hope it wouldn't cause big issues if that thing that you just dropped exploded.
No, it's only full of nuclear shit.
Oh, I mean, speaking of nuclear shit, back to Israel.
Oh yeah, that.
It doesn't seem sensible to me to fire missiles at nuclear facilities.
Well,
I don't understand why that's such a silly thing to. why it seems so silly to think that you shouldn't do it? Because they're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, if you destroy them, it irradiates a large area of their country, and that's something else they've got to fucking deal with, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not just their country it'd fuck up.
Yeah, but no, they don't think like that, man. It's mostly their country, and that's okay.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Fuck off. That didn't do much.
You showed that one.
So I've gotten back into Pokemon cards as well, you know.
Yes, I have been made aware.
And there's an antique shop in town that sells. I went in today, and I just about came in my britches.
Did you really?
They have a shit ton of them, and they're charging 20p a card. Now
Jesus Christ.
I budget myself 50 quid a month thereabouts.
For Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it's my little treat.
You budget more on Pokemon cards than I do on games.
Well, there you go. And
So I'm just saying, it's a slippery slope, man.
I know. Once a month I go up and I'll buy some. I did it today, and I'm going to go up in a couple of weeks for next month's run. But I could get. You're an accountant. How many 20p cards could I buy for 50 quid?
What, 250?
Yeah, 250. You're right.
Did you know that, or?
I did some very quick maths on Google, and that was the answer. So yeah, I need to do a bit of research and figure out exactly what sets I'm pulling from. You know, because that's my plan. I want to do a national Pokédex binder. I bought a new. That was what the grinder neighbor delivered. A massive binder with 2,000 or 1,000 slots.
Oh, okay. Could have got that off Timu.
Well, I did see one and I researched it and it was like full of shit or something. It was like I don't know. I heard bad things. I'm a bit wary of Timu, as you know. But yeah, that's my plan. I just need to get them from the original, the first set they were released from, or the set within that generation. I know what I'm looking for,
Well, as long as you do. No one else needs to.
and it makes me happy, you know.
Oh, no, mate, do so.
Mm. Right, let's destroy some trucks blocking the road. Great, now we have to escort him.
Jesus. Fucking escort missions. I'll tell you what I've been thinking of playing again. Or
What?
playing lately. I don't think I've ever played it. The next Call of Duty game.
All right.
Obviously, we recorded the first ever one
Yeah.
for here. I don't know if I'd record it or not, but
Mm.
I've installed it. Also installed the early Command and Conquer games because I've got them. So like play all sorts. I've got these games that I could play. I just need to do it.
Mm. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Was close, I almost burned to death. That'd be useful.
You got a topic?
Yes, do. We got some Harry Potter casting news, didn't we?
More?
Yeah, we've got. I mean, most of them are like side character. We've got Seamus Finnegan and shit like that. But we've got the Dursleys.
Did we? Who are they?
They're actors. You'd probably recognise them if you saw them. I can't remember their names, but one of the things that were pointed out was that they look very young.
Okay.
Um, which makes sense because canonically they should be. They should be like in their 30s. I mean, you know.
Yeah, they should really.
But it's a bit jarring when you've got Fiona Shaw and what's his face.
Belle Powley and Daniel Rigby.
Yeah. They look familiar to me. You know,
Yeah.
are you coming?
I think Daniel Rigby looks familiar.
I
Well,
mean,
apparently he doesn't, but
yeah, he does. He's definitely been in something.
you'd hope this wouldn't be his first thing, wouldn't you?
Mm.
No,
And
Catherine Parkinson, is it?
yeah, she's Molly Weasley.
Yeah, some people have been talking about how that's not really a role for her, but I don't care.
Well, there's been some criticism around chap who plays Draco Malfoy because he's appearing, reprising his role as Draco Malfoy in a run on the Cursed Child Broadway stage show.
Yeah.
And people have said that this is basically all he's got, and he was sort of challenged on the whole trans thing. He basically said, "Oh, I don't know anything about that." And it's like, "Oh,
It's not a great response, is
I
it?
yeah, I can ignore this thing because it doesn't affect me." You know,
Was he in character?
no. I mean, the
You
promotional,
sure?
yes, the promotional photos they show don't look anything like him.
I disagree.
What do you mean?
I I knew it was him.
I he's got a fatter, older face, but I suppose we all have. But yeah, I mean, it's
Speak for yourself.
reasonable to expect that his face is older and fatter than it was when he was 13. You know,
What, like 20 years ago?
yeah.
But didn't it end like nearly 15 years ago?
Mm.
You know, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Right. We need to get rid of this wanted level, this alert level as they call it here, because it's too damn high.
I'll tell you what, that's something that I would record if it wasn't for the sake of all the copyrighted music.
What?
GTA.
Well, I mean, it's on my list.
Yeah. Which one?
I guess 5.
Yeah. What's your plan for dealing with all that music?
Well, I mean, we can talk over it. Um, well, we'll just have to talk over it or just make sure to change the channel every time we get in the thing.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's doable, but it's such a
Yeah.
pain in the ass
It's a
to keep
mine.
on top of.
It's a minor irritation, and
I suppose you could just set music volume to 0.
you could do, yeah.
I'd probably do it. But yeah, because I think I've got all of them.
Mm. The only mainline one I haven't played is 4.
I haven't played a lot of 4.
Mm.
I wasn't getting into it.
I just
Nico is not a character I can really
aesthetically,
engage with.
it doesn't appeal to me. It's a very drab setting,
Mm.
the Liberty City of GTA 4, which is reasonable enough.
And that's a shame because I liked the. It was Liberty City in GTA 3, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I liked it in GTA 3.
it was very small, but yeah, I liked it too.
Because that was my first one in GTA 3.
Yeah, it was mine too. I got it for Christmas one year, and I sat upstairs, and I asked my mum if I could take the PlayStation upstairs, and I did, and I just sat and played it and just killed people, and that's when I had my sexual awakening.
Yes, your first hard on from killing someone.
Yeah,
And it won't be your last.
first of many.
That's why you play this.
Yeah, I am just solid as a rock right now.
And what's really annoying is we can see it because it's taking his pants off.
Yeah,
Well, we can't see it.
that's for the Patreon only people.
We're not even on Patreon.
No, we're not.
And it's
But
good when we're not because we're not doing enough on it. We don't do enough on here, let alone on there.
No. I mean, we do three videos a week most of the time, if not more.
Well, I mean, this next week, it'll be 8
For your lot.
because of my extra 5. Yeah.
I no, we might as well do our admin here. Our film review thing.
Yeah.
Have you got your 3?
Yeah, I've had my 3 for ages.
Well, I've got my 3.
Are you? if you're wanting to get your other thing dealt with, do you want to wait until that's done?
What other thing?
Your Brookside thing.
No, that's fine. I can do both.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, I
All
don't
right.
have to
Well,
write anything. I have to watch a film and, and talk about how I felt about it. Yeah, it's fine. Look,
well, you might as well take some notes.
if we wait until I've finished a video before we do anything, we'll never fucking do anything.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh.
No, I've had my through for ages, pretty much since I suggested it.
Well, when do you want to start?
Next weekend.
Next weekend? Okay, sure.
All right. Well, what we need to work out now is what film we're watching first.
Well, how about at the end of this video? Well, how about
Also,
now?
we're not going to do them all. We're not going to do them all on the same night, are we?
No, we flip a coin, we figure out, and then we all 1 week it's you, 1 week it's me, or vice versa. So have you got?
Okay, but how can we trust that a coin has been flipped fairly?
What what I'm going to say is going to surprise you.
Okay.
I trust you.
You fucking fool.
You are, despite it all, an honourable man.
Oh, don't call me that. Get Peep Show flashback.
So, I'm sure you can find a coin flip thing online, or flip your own coin if you have one available.
Oh, I don't have one available. I don't use coins.
No, it's all on credit card now, isn't it?
I've not used physical money in God knows how long. I'm apprehensive about yours.
Why?
Oh, because of the one that you told me that you're taking off the list.
Yeah, don't be worried.
Just
That was the only one
no.
that stood out, and I did take it off because I thought this might have an effect on him, the soppy bastard.
Yeah, well, God forbid anyone have any human emotion.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's a great film and I've got stuff to say about it. But...
Yeah, we'll do do some of your review that you did on it then.
Yeah, well, I've got to let me snatch your body. Thank you.
And you've been seeing, but what? How?
What? Oh
How the
yeah,
hell?
I don't know.
Alright, let's do yours first, because if yours is shite, I can cheer myself up.
Okay, so we'll alternate. We'll do one of mine, one of yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Well, do you want me to tell you now, or do you want me to?
Well, you might as well tell me now. Does it matter, does it?
Okay.
That means I've got a week to watch it.
Well, we'll be my first film is
Yeah.
the 2004 Stephen Sommers film Van Helsing.
Is that the one with
Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
I haven't
I've not
seen
seen
it.
that in years.
I haven't seen it in fucking ages, but I really like it. What am I
I
meant
think
to
there's some
even do?
busty women in that one as well, isn't there?
Yes, you'll like it because there's attractive ladies, and I'll like it because they have characters.
A lot of the women.
Yeah, they're not just.
I mean, Van Helsing, Stephen Sommers. What's the woman's name in it? Kate Beckinsale. That's the one.
Yes, whose father was Richard Beckinsale, who was in Porridge.
Yeah, but I'm right.
So yeah,
I've not
that's
seen this in years.
no, I love that film despite its flaws. There's enough there to laugh about and joke about, but it's also a genuinely it's better than a lot of people give it credit for, and I'd like an
Yeah,
opportunity
I
to
remember
discuss
enjoying
it.
it,
Yeah,
but again, I've not seen it in at least a decade, probably closer to 2, which is crazy considering it only came out in 2004.
yeah. I mean the visual.
Yeah, it is definitely closer to 2 decades
Yeah,
than 1 decade.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
fair enough. Well, we'll sort that out next Saturday then.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way of doing it is sorting it out, and then we know we've got a week to watch it, haven't we?
Yeah. Hmm. I mean, I may well watch it tomorrow, but we'll see.
I'll watch it whenever. Just
So what day was next Saturday? Are we same day we
yeah,
used to
next
do Doctor
Saturday.
Who?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that'll be interesting, and then we'll do one of yours.
That's next Saturday, not tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay, just to clarify, because
I know.
I'm just making absolutely sure that we're on the same page about this, because I can see you watching it and we're like, oh, are we doing this? Even though this is all on camera.
Yeah, wait on. I've got an itchy toe. Oh,
I don't know.
I need to do a call again.
Yeah, it would be great if you
What?
stopped being crap and got good.
Right. Where is the nearest telephone?
Not sure.
You can't see him on the big map. You just have to, there it is. You just have to run around until you find one.
It should be on.
Oh. You know there are
I've
two.
got a hospital appointment
All
coming up.
right. Why? You're right.
Because they're gonna do an ultrasound on my balls.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, I got the appointment date and everything. Booked a morning off work to go.
Lovely.
Yeah, and it's like it's not this Monday; it's the Monday after. So I've got some proper. Well, as that time of this video, it'll be going out. It'll be this coming Monday.
Mm.
So I'll.
You got to make sure you're all clean and smelly, nice and trimmed down there.
I'm not shaving for them.
Hmm.
I think fucking. They'll see worse than a few pubes, Ben.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe not necessarily in the ultrasound department, but across the hospital where they've had people with stuff stuck up their arse and all that. So
Yeah.
a few pubes ain't gonna ruin their day.
Yeah. Unless they're in their
And let's be
sandwich.
honest, if you're ultrasounding someone's testicles, you probably expect to see some pubes.
Yeah. Well, don't get an erection.
I should think it'd be too cold for me to get an erection.
We just don't.
I didn't even never getting manhandled, so
Well, that's good. Let's see what other topics we've got. Right, that's been done. That's been done. That's been done. And I've done the topic I said was I wrote it down as I'm down with the tism.
you are.
I'm gonna look into that. I think. Three left.
Okay.
I heard about a thing recently.
Oh, did you?
You know, Hitman.
Yeah.
It's getting a co-op mode.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I guess that will be on the horizon for us at some point.
Realistically, I see the biggest obstacle for that being you unwillingness to buy the bloody thing.
Well, no, I think it's an attachment to the Hitman 3.
Oh, okay.
It's not in a game.
Fair enough. Take your word for it, because I don't know. I've not heard anything apart from that they did one where Mads Mikkelsen
Yes, there was
was the target, or
because they've got this new James Bond game coming out. They did an elusive target with Le Chiffre off of Casino Royale, which I haven't played.
yes, because of course he is in the public consciousness as of recent.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't get Gert Frobe because he's dead. You know, Do you know who Gert Frobe was?
I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking care.
Played Goldfinger.
Okay. I stand by it. I didn't know and I didn't care.
Okay, so now the issue with doing that is that they do have a health bar and they will explode if you're like I just was a little bit rough with them. Just like you'll explode if people are rough with you, won't you?
That has to be pretty fucking rough with me. Making me explode's a nightmare.
Take a cheese grater to your gonads.
Well, I mean, don't add, to be fair.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you've got two. It's just one's sort of
I know, but it's so difficult to get a cheese grater near one of them.
hiding away. It's all shy, innit? You've seen what you
Yeah,
do to the other one. That's the problem.
I don't do an awful lot to the other one. They're very sensitive. What is it with your obsession with my sex life tonight?
I don't know.
Is it because I'm getting some? Are you just jealous? Because if you are, that's fine.
I'm not jealous so much as I mean, bewildered isn't the right word. It's just it's interesting to me. It's
Is
interesting
it
to me because you sort of defy my expectations of.
a sexually active person?
Well, yes, frankly. Please don't take that
Is
the
it
wrong
because I'm?
way.
Is it because I'm fat
Yeah.
and not necessarily very good looking?
Well, don't make it mean.
I'm asking the question.
Well, you're like
Do you
me.
consider me fat and not good looking?
No,
Fat and visually unappealing.
I don't consider you visually unappealing. I don't.
Good.
I
You should,
genuinely
because
don't.
I am.
I don't look at you and think Jesus Jordan's ugly. I look at you and think Jesus Jordan's getting an awful lot of lady bits. How the hell? What's that all about then?
Well, I mean, in fairness, the lady bits I'm getting are the same lady's lady bits. It's not like I'm getting a lot of different lady bits.
That's true, but you're getting her lady bits all the bloody time.
Yeah, well, and I'm getting to do what I want to them as well.
Maybe it's an autism thing. I don't know. I'm just looking at you and sort of learning about.
Wondering how if I can, you can't.
Well, not necessarily even that. It's just sort. You make it look easy. And I sort of
Well, what
look at
can I
you and
say?
think, huh.
What you got to remember is I'm good at what I do.
I know you tell us all the time.
I'm just saying it's true. Okay, I am an accomplished lover.
I know you said
Any person who sleeps with me has a good time of it,
that in spreadsheets.
often at my own expense.
Hmm,
Right?
yeah,
It's just how it is. Because here's the thing,
yeah,
and I know we say this, and it's getting to a point now where it's almost uncomfortable to talk about.
yeah.
But I do not orgasm easily.
I know you don't. I've been trying for how long have we been making these videos?
I don't know, but we've done 440 of them. I think it was last time.
440 times I've tried.
I do not orgasm easily,
Hmm.
which means I have learned to focus on my partner's sexual needs.
Fascinating.
I do an awful lot of foreplay
I
and
feel
an
like
awful lot of focusing on their body.
Dr. Spock. Tell me more about your culture.
Don't take the piss.
No, I'm not taking the piss.
You are, though.
I'm taking the piss of me more than anybody else. You know. I don't have a tremendous amount of experience with any of that.
Well,
You
it's just it
know,
comes from.
you do, and it's just. I think maybe you are responsible for giving me a more realistic impression of things. You know, you are a normal guy, physically, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You are neither tremendously attractive nor horribly repellent.
No, I'm not.
You know,
I get the job done,
Yeah,
and that's something that a lot of guys just won't do.
yeah,
They just won't get the job done.
yeah. Like David Cameron. He made a massive mess and then buggered off and left Boris Johnson to finish.
Whereas hang on, I can't work out how to. I'd make them make a massive mess and then help them clean up.
Like, uh, like us after World War II with Germany. We fucking
Yeah,
annihilated them, you know. But after it was all said and done, we pitched in and uh, and helped improve things, didn't we?
I'll take your word for it.
Well, we did. We had the Marshall Plan. The Americans had the Marshall Plan. We were basically rebuilding Europe.
And how's that gone?
It went really well. You know, we had, 60, 70 odd years of where everything was pretty great in Europe.
Yeah, it's a shame things are getting
You
shit
know,
again.
Cold War aside, but
Well,
Germany turned into an economic powerhouse again, and Japan did really well. It had the economic miracle in the 50s and 60s. Yeah.
do you remember how this started because of me being a good lover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember that because I am a good lover.
Well, I think. What does he want? Come on.
Oh, that was easy.
Mm. Yeah, so we're getting a Hitman co-op mode. That'll be fun.
Are you expecting us to be any good at it? Because I'm not expecting you to be much good at it.
Well, quite.
Quite.
Yeah, well, I agree. I'm saying I agree with you.
Okay.
I think it will be. I think it will be a fucking mess, frankly. But and I think you'll get annoyed.
What'll happen? What'll happen, right, is you'll be trying to set up this big bad thing,
You'll just
and I'll
blow them
just have
up.
gone across the map and a sniper.
It'll be just the most boring fucking thing ever.
No, I get the job done. Sometimes you can be too flash.
Yeah, but there's a
Sometimes it's
certain.
about getting the job done. You do what you know works instead of spending far too long.
Well,
It's not art,
it
Ben.
is. I was going to say it's the art of the thing. You've got to take a certain pleasure in your craft. You can't just, any idiot can shoot a fucking guy.
Yeah,
You know,
but they chose you.
you gotta. It takes a real special person to, you know,
I'm not sure that's going to make it to the thing
drop a
with
chandelier.
all that rolling that it's doing.
Yeah, it did take a bit of a. Um, oh, that's interesting. Pox is saying he recognizes some of these designs and things. That's curious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I'm in there to get a job done, and I'll get it done.
Nah, you gotta. Sometimes that's good, but sometimes you wanna play about with it a bit. You wanna
I approach Hitman levels the complete opposite to I do to a lover's body.
in out, no first, get it done.
Yeah.
Quickest, easiest route to completion.
Mission accomplished, Mr. President, we got him.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, whereas I will explore every nook and cranny.
Mm.
Of every hooker and granny.
Oh, Jesus.
I just words, Ben.
You could have said arse and fanny, but whatever.
Well, but I wanted it to rhyme with nook and cranny as best I could.
Well, so does arse and
And
fanny.
arse doesn't really. Bit with Nook.
Nor did Hooker.
No, it's closer.
Right, so here we go. We're plodding over here for dramatic reveal.
Bada bing, bada boom. Look at those bad boys burn. Hold the phone. What do these freaks want?
Wait a minute. Now that I think of it, that machinery looks suspiciously familiar. Oh my. Holy hookers of Arkboodle! Crypto!
Hookers?
Hmm.
Who these freaks are?
They're not commie cabbage heads.
Great galaxies, no! They're not even human! They're the enemy! Our enemy! The enemy we Furons defeated in the Martian War! Crypto! They're Blisk!
Blisk.
Oh, great.
Wait a minute. I thought we wiped the
Hmm.
Blisk out.
I have
Evidently
no
not.
explanation. I can barely believe my senses. But a few of them must have somehow survived.
Not for
Somehow the Blisk returned.
Yes.
Attention, Blisk. I am Cryptosporidium of the planet Furon. This planet is now a territory of the Furon Empire. And your asses belong to me.
Ooh la la.
Nice. Let's fuck some Blisk up. And we'll do it by dropping a meteor on him.
Yeah, I'll do a job.
As if those crabby shells aren't bad enough.
Hmm.
We've got defense shields. Try using a different weapon, Crypto. You must have something that can sort out those shields. Crypto, keep those Blisk away from the radioactive gas. It appears to recharge their shields.
Uh-oh. So we had some deaths.
Did
recently.
we?
Yeah, I've only got 2 topics left.
I'm out. Oh well, no, I've got one, but it's not a fun one.
So we had 2 deaths. One sad, one good. They all disagree, because you always bloody do.
Well, you know, I don't relish anyone's death.
Kim Woodburn died.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Well, I was vaguely aware of her, but she's something of a camp icon apparently, and I watched some clips of her, and she is sort of, she's fun in that sort of camp, cheap way, you know.
Yeah,
I think she's vaguely amusing.
she was older than I expected.
Yeah, famous of course for How Clean Is Your House originally with Aggie, Kim and Aggie,
Yeah.
and the other death was an Indian billionaire whose name I can't remember. He was playing polo and he swallowed a bee and he had a heart attack and died.
Oh.
Now apparently
Way to go.
he was a complete arsehole.
Mm.
He like beat his wife and forced her to fuck other guys and shit like that. He was horribly abusive, so he got what he deserved.
Yeah, well, don't you worry your virtual little head.
Right.
This time they're going down.
Now we got some backstory here. They mentioned you might have seen the Tunguska incident.
1908.
Yes, and they're suggesting that the Blisk probably arrived there.
Oh my god.
I fear that most of our current weapons will be ineffective against the Blisk.
Downsize the defense budget? What the hell the Emperor do that for?
The Blisk were exterminated. No one else posed such a lethal threat. We didn't need the big guns.
Disarmament is such a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's all those bloody peace necks, isn't it? Those bloody bleeding heart liberals.
Yeah, so I'm out.
Do you want to do your last topic?
They the assisted dying bill passed.
Yes, it did. That's something to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll finally have an excuse to get rid of you.
Tee. I was thinking, wouldn't it be? It would be very annoying and also kind of appropriate if you died the day after I did.
Well,
So we spent basically exactly the same time on Earth.
I suppose, yeah, that would be somewhat annoying, especially considering I intend to outlast you by quite some time.
Well, I need you alive as long as possible. I have plans for you.
Oh God, I don't
Once
want to know.
after I'm dead.
I don't want to know what you've got plans for me and my body.
Yeah, soon. Well, not soon, but you know, in time. In time, you will
Lube,
see.
if you're gonna do that, lube me up properly.
Well, I'll be dead.
Ah, you say that.
I'll be dead, and you'll be alive.
What's gonna kill you? A flu?
No.
That'd be such a Ben way of going.
Oi, I am not Gerard.
Might as well be.
We both know the Ben way to go is choking to death on a Mawam.
Death on a man.
Right. Well, yes, with that in mind, I think we've done a good bit of this. We've got plenty of stuff to do, as you can see.
All around thee, my son, lurk agents of destruction, dispatched on their fell mission by I know not whom. Could be Dodecalypse. That bastard's always screwing with me. In any case, bring me one of these KGB agents, so that I might peer into its insidious heart and know the face of its master.
Yes, we've done a good bit. So
Yeah, it's been alright.
we'll do this next time, and then we've got our Saturday review series that we're starting, aren't we?
Yeah, although we'd have recorded another week of these by then.
Yeah, so that'll be a few days after this comes out.
Hooray!
So yes, that'll be interesting. I suppose we're responsible for the images for our own films. I take it.
I feel like that's a fair way of
Seems
doing
fair.
it. Yeah.
All around thee, my son, lurk agents of destruction,
I guess he's not a KGB
dispatched on
agent.
their fell mission by I know not whom.
Right.
Could be Dodecalypse.
Well, enough pissing about. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Wish she'd shut up.